Hello again to another Liverpool match review. Again, this is from yesterday's game against Man United. What is there to say other than we cost ourselves the match through stupid decision making in the final third because it was too easy for our players, so they weren't thinking properly as they would do in a what would have been or should have been a tight match in terms of how the game was going up till the Quansah mishap again because it was too easy. But as the game started, we started off sluggish. Again, that's a trait that we seem to can't get out of, and Jurgen has to sort it in the last 7 games. But we managed to get ourselves on the front foot, and then we scored from the flick on from Darwin to Diaz, and you think surely we're going to learn from our mistakes in the last FA Cup game against United, chance after chance, and then it proved not. And as everybody knows, the longer it stays at 1-0, there's always a chance one mistake could lead to a goal, and that's exactly what happened. Young Quansah, too easy for our guys, not thinking properly, didn't look where he was passing to, and Fernandez, great technique and great awareness to pull that finish off. And as soon as that happened, especially at Old Trafford, Liverpool always has struggled there most of the time anyway. Especially in Jurgen's tenure, but also in past years gone by. There's always going to be a momentum change, so you could tell that United players were in the groove and going off the fans who were up for the game from that point, obviously making themselves heard. And then Mainu, full credit to him for that finish. But again, we should have closed that shot down and have been far in front by the time these sort of things happened in the game. And then we lost all composure once we went 2-1 down. Instead of trying to pick the right pass at the right time, we were trying to force it, and the passes weren't coming off. But the substitutions like Elliott and Jones have proven very beneficial to us this season. And again, they changed the game for the better in our favour. Elliott especially got the penalties. Mo, who had a game again not very good, he managed to score the penalty as he most of the time does. But again, he wasn't particularly good, as well as the other guys in our front line, which leads me on to the fact that you can definitely tell there's a difference between the link between the front three that we have today to the one that we've had for several years under Jurgen in our best probably pomp. The iconic front three of Mane, Bobby, and Mo himself, of course. They were unselfish, and that's probably because Bobby made sure that everyone was knew what to do in the right moment and pick the right pass. Like all the counter attacks that we had yesterday, if that was with them, we would have probably scored 5 or 6. But Nunez, he'll always get chances, but sometimes he can be stupid in terms of making the right decision in the best way possible. Stupid in terms of stupid means in this sense is like making rash decisions if you want, and not in terms of being stupid as in what we usually call the term stupid. But it's just one of those games. Again, we cost ourselves, and hopefully the coming of Trent, Ali and Jota this week will be an advantage going into us for the last 7 games this season, plus the Europa League games, which I expect us to do well in, obviously. But the league's what we want, and it's not in our hands anymore. But hopefully we can just focus on ourselves, and hopefully someone will do us a favour. But first of all, we have to get the clinical side of our game back, otherwise we can forget about winning the league, really, because we can't keep making these stupid mistakes, even against Sheffield United, as I already discussed in the week. Last week, they, without McAllister, shot, it would have been exactly the same thing if not taking our chances in front of goal. So we definitely need to get more clinical before we start thinking about anything else going forward.